Hi, this is Steve from Plantz, and we're so excited that you got a plant from us. And we're going to land one of these big babies on your doorstep. And this video is to show you how to handle it when it gets on your doorstep. First thing you got to do is get it inside. Last thing you want to do is leave it outside in the cold or the sun. So when it does hit your doorstep, make sure you're in sync with FedEx and you know when they're delivering it, and get this inside. Once we get it inside, I'll show you how to get it open. Now that you've got your plant inside the house, here's how to handle it. First thing you want to do is check what's in the pouch. And there'll be some instructions on how to handle your plant. The most important thing you need to know right now is do not transplant your plant. It stays in the grow pot that it comes in. We'll talk a little bit more about that later, but do not transplant your plant. We're now shipping our plants in two different kinds of boxes. Tall plants in a telescoping box, which is 2 pieces, and the smaller plants in a single piece box. And I'll show you how to get each plant out of the different kinds of boxes. Okay, you've got a plant contained in a 1-piece box. Here's how you get it out. The important elements, although it is a 1-person operation, 2 people really helps, but 1 person can do it. I'm going to show you how to do it. You want something protecting your floors. Regardless of how careful we are shipping this thing, there may be an opportunity for the soil to escape from the soil profile, and we want to make sure that any of your floors, your carpets are protected. So take a plastic bag, a tarp, whatever you can come up with, and put it on your floor to protect it to begin with. Then take a chair. We know that this end is up and you can feel it's weighted down in the bottom. So if you lean it over the chair, from here all we need to do is take out our handy dandy pair of scissors. That's really all you need. And you want to cut the tape along the seams in the bottom of the box, just like this. Now you've got an open box. Open it up and then lean the plant back up onto the tarp. And all we do is pull the box off. And there's the pieces. Got a beautiful white bird of paradise here. These pieces of cardboard were in the box to protect it from falling over onto itself, so it stabilizes the plant in the box. These can be recycled along with your box. Okay, now we're going to talk a little bit about getting the plant out of a bigger box. This is a 2-piece telescoping box. We use it for larger plants. One of the things you need to be concerned with when unpackaging a larger plant is your ceiling height and hitting the box on the ceiling, so we're going to show you how to handle it. Again, it's a 1-person job. 2 people is helpful, but you can do it with 1 person. Again, make sure you have something protecting your floors so that when we open the box, if any soil comes out, you'll have your floors protected. We're going to lean the plant over onto a chair or a table or whatever you have, and you take out your scissors, and we're going to cut this tape seam along where the box lines up. And that's going to release the top from the bottom part of the box. Then we're going to go ahead and cut the bottom of the box so that it opens. Okay, now we've got this open. And you can see there's plenty of flaps here. So we want this guy open like this. And we're going to lean the plant back onto the tarp. And now it's loose enough, we should be able to take the top box off. And if this is hitting your ceiling, just go ahead and lean this over a little bit and pull it off. You can see our beautiful ficus lorata in here with our stabilizing pieces. And now we've got the bottom part of the box, and you should be able to, again, just remove the bottom part of the box. Again, be careful on your ceiling. And again, all this material, I'm hiding back here, but all this material is recyclable. The stabilizers are, and certainly the box are, so please go ahead and recycle this material. Okay, now it's time to get your plant out of the sleeve. what you want to do is do a little groundwork here. First of all, again, make sure your floors are protected, because this is the opportunity where the soil could pop out of the packaging and get on your floor. So again, make sure your floors are protected. So with your scissors, I want you to go ahead and cut around the base of the plant on top of the grow pot. And we've freed the top half of the sleeve from the bottom half of the sleeve. And now it's time to do my favorite part. Pull this off of here. Again, pull it up so that the sleeve goes with the leaves instead of against it. That's why we're pulling it up. But that's one of my favorite parts. Once you pull the sleeve off and you have this beautiful wide ficus tree that came in a little teeny square rectangular box, but it opens up and you get a full, very full look like this. So this should be a very exciting part for you, and I hope you get as much fun out of it as I did. Okay, with the pot out of the sleeve and the whole plant out of the sleeve, we want to get the rest of the packaging off. Now, most of this packaging is on here to protect the soil and keep the soil in place during shipping, so we just got to get it out of the bag and get rid of the plastic that holds the soil in. So what you got is a little bit of twine around the base of the plant to keep the bag in place. You want to cut that, pull the bag out of the way. Again, there's a little bit of soil that's escaped from the soil profile, so this is when you want to protect your floors. Pull that out. And we've got a plant. As you can see, this came with the Plant-A-Shore sub-irrigation system. And then we're going to take and remove the plastic. A couple of cuts here. The plastic's off. Now with the plastic off, you might want to straighten out the grow pot a little bit, and any of the soil that's come out, just go ahead and press it down, but you can see this is in pretty good shape. Some of our ficus trees will come with a stabilizer. Leave that in place for several weeks. And now you can see we've got two plants here. Of course, they're different kinds of plants, different size plants, but we want to make sure you understand the difference between when you order the Plant-A-Shore system, sub-irrigation system, and when you don't. So this is a plant, it's a 10-inch white bird of paradise in a grow pot with no sub-irrigation system. So you'll get the plant, the grow pot, and the liner in your packaging. This is a Ficus lyrata fiddle-leaf fig in a 14-inch grow pot, and you can see the wicks are inserted in the holes in the grow pot. So those wicks go up into the soil profile. The plant sits on top of a PVC ring that's in your liner. So when you set the plant up, you want it on top of the ring, and you want to go ahead and tuck down these wicks so that when you water into the liner, the wicks will be in contact with the water and absorb by capillary action into the soil profile. So you've got a plant with sub-irrigation, a plant without sub-irrigation. We've got our floors protected. All you need is a pair of scissors. Check your instructions and make sure you do not transplant your plant. Your plant should stay in its grow pot for its life cycle.